Hi guys, in the previous chapter we have went through how to set up DSM, some of the settings. So in this module I'm going to go through review how to list your products using single or bulk lister on DSMTool. So some of the things to take note of when listing on DSM. When you're listing your item, make sure that your item description does not contain the telephone numbers. It does not contain any guarantee like that says 1 year money back guarantee, because it doesn't fit what we have actually set up on eBay site. Our eBay policy only says that we only allow the return to be 30 days. And make sure that you do not have anything that mention about Amazon, whether inside the description or on the titles. So because we are actually using Amazon as a source, make sure that the word Amazon don't appear anywhere on the listing. And make sure that your item description do not contain any Amazon ASIN. A typical Amazon ASIN usually begin with a B0. Also make sure that your description do not contain any email address or ask people to email you directly. Your listing will be removed by eBay if you have such a description that state the email address of anyone. These are good reminders, please take note of it. On DSM site we have two types of listing. One is a single listing, one is a bulk listing. So I'll show you in the wall. For single listing, DSM actually allow you to add more items specific onto your listing, so resulted in a higher ranking. This also can allow you to adjust the individual pricing before you list your item. So based on individual pricing and the buying price, you can check what's the last transacted price on eBay and price your item accordingly. So this also allows you to add more images to listing. If you are using the DSM Chrome extension, you can actually add more images using the image URL. So later I'll show you in the while. Whereas in bulk listing, you can actually schedule your listing. If you want to publish your listing at certain time of the day, you can do so using the bulk lister. It also saves you time when doing bulk listing. Well, in a way you could actually mass test similar products. So I'll show you in a while what I meant by mass testing individual products type. So your action item would be, after this module, to try out bulk listing on DSM2, to list 10 to 20 items or listing per day, and to monitor your sales daily, and to track your daily sales. So right now let's go on to DSM site and let me show you how both of this method works. Okay, right now I log on to my DSM2. I'm at the rapid lister, so you can see that actually there is two tabs over here. One tab is single list, one is bulk listing. So for single lister, the idea is very simple. You just go to amazon.com, and if you have seen my previous video, I will demo to you how you can actually list one single item. So I can quickly show you again how this is being done. So I'll select one item from the Amazon page. So make sure that you do your research before listing. So for the purpose of this video, I'm just showing you how this is being done. You can highlight the ASIN and paste it over here, and the Amazon URL will be generated. Or you could click on this blue color link that says list in DSM, and when you click on it, you'll be brought to the same page. Okay, so next you click import. So on this page, the first thing you have to look at would be on the title. So we try to make sure that the title is for human being to read. I would not recommend you to put the brand or the model or the color if it's not necessary onto the title. And next you could actually remove all the commas or the bracket by clicking on this orange button. They'll be removed. Next is to add in keywords that is searched by your eBay buyer. So we can go to eBay and let's look at what exactly the buyer is searching for. So what are we selling? We are basically selling a LED light bar wiring harness. Okay, so I'll just copy and paste it over at the eBay site. So people are actually looking for LED light bar wiring harness and also the kit. So is this a kit? Let's see. Yeah, you can call it a kit as well. So we could actually put in the word kit, and I would like this keywords to be in the front. Yeah, it's already in the front. So we put in the word kit. and we should find some other words that we could use in the listing. Say for example, let's say it is, or you can put harness kit with waterproof red on off toggle switch. Yeah, so this is a harness kit as well. So we can scroll all the way down to take a look if there's any other information we could use. So if not, normally what you could do is you can just take some of the words from the feature section over here and just paste it to the title. So we are left with 0 characters, and then next we will go to look at the price. So what price are you selling it at? You can actually change the percentage that you want. If you want to sell at 7% or 8%. So of course this is after you have done your price research. And then the categories have been automatically selected for us. The quantity will be left at 3. If you set it as 3 for the previous listing, you will take 3 as the quantity for your next listing. And do check that if there's any UPC code or EAN code that you can use. So what I can do is I will just take this particular Amazon listing. Okay, so if you have a plugin install called Grably, you can go and download Grably and click on this particular eBay icon. So if you don't install this Grably Chrome extension, you will not be able to see this icon. So I just want to see on eBay site this particular listing, do we have any UPC that we can leverage on? So first of all, I will scroll through to look at all the listing. I'm looking for something that is with a lot of ratings. For example, this one, there is 4 product ratings. I will be very much interested to look at the UPC code if there is one. So in order for us to get this 5-star, like for product rating, we need to have a reference point. Let's take a look if there's a reference point for us. So there's actually a manufacturer part number and there's no UPC code. We make sure that we have this UPC, so-called the manufacturer part number. Let's check. So let's take a look at this number. It is MICB1001. Go back to the particular Amazon listing and have a look. Is it the same thing? Do they actually mention about the model number? Yeah, so let's scroll down. Okay, so they mention the model number is the MICB002, or the model number is B1002. So let's make sure that it is actually the same item. Apparently it is not the same item, so you can see from here it is not the same item. So I will not use this. Let's take a look again. Let's have a look at this particular listing. So there's 10 product reviews over here, 10 product ratings, which refers to the reviews. Okay, there's no mention of any model number over here. Okay, do take note that if you have a link inside your eBay description, the most you can have is your eBay store link over here, as you can see. So this is not the item. Okay, so in this case, if I can't find, I will just leave as it is and make sure that the part number is here, and then we'll move forward. So the color will be black as seen from the picture. And if there's a product dimension or there's a product weight, do put it in. So let's look at the product dimension, which is this one over here. Let's paste it onto our listing and followed by the weight, which is this one, 8 ounce. Okay, item location, make sure it's USA, shipping policy, payment policy, return policy. All these are the policy that were set on eBay site. Look at the images. So all the images looks okay to me. And then look at the listing, quickly scan through. If there's anything that doesn't fit our criteria, we'll just remove it. If not, let's just click on the Publish Now button. And then click on Continue to Publish. So just wait for a while. The products, this item will be directly listed onto your eBay store, and it's done. You can actually click to view it on eBay or to proceed to the monitor. or to list another item. So for the second method, what I'm showing you now is the bulk listing. So click on the bulk listing tab. You can find your source, the source that you want. Any of the source over here, you can do bulk listing. We could do Amazon.com. The target would be eBay.com. And to remove this sign, let's make sure that okay, actually this one is not working here. What you can do is you can copy and paste the ID over here, or you can go back to the same listing. Say for example on the test, since there's so many similar items, which one sell best, I could click on this green button that say copy all ASIN. So in this case, all the ASINs from that particular listing will be copied onto the bulk lister. So you can see that there's a total of 14 items that's been copied over here. You can leave the item locations empty. If the policy setting is correct, just leave it. One more thing you need to take note is that you should generate a collage image for your item. So usually I will select the last one. Don't create a photo collage if not enough images. So this is to make sure that our buyer, they are clear that they are buying only one item. So if you collage the image, the default will be set to 4 square. If the buyer see that there is 4 square, they might think that they are getting 4 as a quantity. So make sure that you do not collage the same image 4 times. Default quantity, you can set it to 3 or set to 1, and then you can just click on the import items. So we are letting the system to import in for us. Okay, usually there will be some messages that will tell you whether there is an error, whether they cannot list it because it's been listed or duplicated or varied. Okay, so for now they have removed 7 of my items and only allow me to list 7 products. You can actually do a refresh or reload to see the status over here. So once it's done, this green button will show up. So let's wait for a while. So one point to take note is that do not list like 50 items at one shot. I would say that keep it to about 20 items each time you try to load. Partly it's because the DSM tool is not really designed to take in a huge amount of load. And usually if the load is too big or you try to start another submission for the bulk lister, the first one will get hanged. I hope that they could solve this soon. If not, you have to do it one by one until it is published. So let's refresh again. Okay, we can see that at the end there's another 2 with errors, so we can click on the continue button. So these 2 ASIN is not found, that means they cannot find the ASIN. And we can see that the first image actually have been collaged as per what we wanted. However, looking at the title, it all looks the same and it doesn't actually fit the criteria of unique titles. So let's scroll down all the way. Yeah. So I will just remove some of the items that I do not want to sell by clicking this recycle bin. Okay, so for the purpose of this demo, I will be listing these 2 items. So what you can do, you can see that you can only change the title, which is there's nothing much, and you cannot add more items specific. So what you can do if you want to add more items specific is to go back to your eBay listing. Once this tool is published, you can publish now or you can schedule. So for schedule, let's take a look at schedule. You can put in a year, a date, and a time. So I'll put in maybe today. I want to publish it, say in my local time at or maybe at 3 p.m. and then I put on schedule. Okay, so these 2 items will be scheduled to be published at 3 p.m. The status, you can actually click on watch queue. There is this bar over here that says watch queue. Just click on watch queue, and you can see that these 2 items have been queued. The status is pending. So when the status turn green is done or published, you can actually check out the listing on your eBay store. So this is how you perform a bulk import listing. If you wish to publish immediately, you can click on publish now. Okay, so I'll see you in the next module.